Hi guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Foluke and this is Elijah Moses, and today we are going to be reading Anancy and Mr. Drybone by Fiona French. I hope you enjoy. Mr. Drybone lived in a big house on top of the hill. He was very rich and he wanted to marry Miss Louise. Anancy lived in a small house on the foot of the hill. He was very poor and he wanted to marry Miss Louise as well. Miss Louise lived on the other side of the hill. She wasn't rich and she wasn't poor. She was very clever and very beautiful. But Miss Louise had never laughed in her whole life. So the man who could make her laugh, that was the one she would marry. Mr. Drybone knocked on Miss Louise's door. He was all dressed up in his very best clothes. "Good evening," he said. "I brought you all my powerful conjuring tricks and I'm going to make you laugh." "Well," said Miss Louise, "this I've got to see." Mr. Drybone turned himself into a bat that flapped and a cat that spat. He turned himself into a pig that did... He turned himself into a pig that honked and a rabbit that did nothing. But Miss Louise never smiled. Mr. Drybone turned somersaults and cartwheels and stood upside down on the ceiling. But still, Miss Louise never smiled. And Anancy said to himself, "I can do better than that." "Mom, can you stop whipping a minute? Mom!" "Thanks." Stop. Tell Mom to stop whipping. "I can do better than that." No. Mr. Drybone turned somersaults and cartwheels and stood upside down on the ceiling. But still, Miss Louise never smiled. And Anancy said to himself, "I can do better than that." And Anancy went to Tiger and said, "Lend me your best evening suit. I'm going to Miss Louise." Tiger said, "My evening suit is at the cleaners right now, but you can borrow my jogging suit." And Anancy went to see Dog. "Lend me your top hat. I'm going to visit Miss Louise." Dog said, "My top hat got crushed the other day, but you can borrow my hunting hat." And Anancy went to Alligator. "Lend me a shiny black shoe. Lend me a shiny black evening shoes. I'm going to visit Miss Louise. They got soaked at the dance last night," mumbled Alligator. "But you can borrow my other ones." A monkey swang through the trees and called to Anancy, "You need a tie when you visit Miss Louise?" Parrot squawked and dropped some feathers. "Put these in your hunting hat, Anancy. They'll look real good when you visit Miss Louise." Anancy knocked on Miss Louise's door. "I've come to show you much better conjuring tricks than Mr. Drybone." Miss Louise took one look at Anancy and began to laugh. Tears rolled down her face. "Anancy," she choked, "that is the weirdest get-up me I did ever see." Everyone laughed, even Mr. Drybone. "Okay, you win," he said. So Anancy married Miss Louise and they lived happily ever after. What a beautiful telling story. I absolutely love Anancy. Guys, have a lovely week. Oh God, wait a minute. Guys, I'm glad you enjoyed that book. If you've got any books that you want me to read, please put them in the comments below. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Like, comment and subscribe. See you next week.